Okay,
We'll begin.
all right, so we're calling this meeting order for the cable commission. All right, as everybody, I guess we start
Maybe we
with,
should say who's present just
Okay,
for the recording.
for the president, who is president? I am Rob Cavone.
Jason Hewitt, Ash Pickering.
And Suzanne Woodland, Deputy City Manager.
Okay, just going down the, we do have, Suzanne mentioned that she's gonna get it fine. So we'll definitely try to keep it moving. Not that we've never had, we really don't, but just as a heads up.
Yeah, I have to.
All right, yep, not a problem. Okay, has everybody had a chance to look at previous minutes? Okay, so, everybody have any problems with them or?
Move
Okay,
to accept.
all right, I'll second. Okay. All in favor? All right. Okay, so we have been approved. Sorry. Second item, as far as the proposed changes to the mission.
Yep, so I can explain. So after we last met, I checked in with the governance committee to see when they might actually get an opportunity to get more public input on this. And it sounded like it was going to be a little while, because they've got a lot on their agenda. And their next meeting is the end of August. So since I had more time, I took another close look at this. I took some of the comments that the committee had made at the last meeting, tried my best to incorporate those. And while I was looking at it again and fresh, I thought, we should probably clean up some of this other language here because I was in the document. So that's why you will see in blue in this change is some of the edits that the committee had recommended in terms of expanding that. Defining, I guess, what is broadband and internet. And then the purple is the additional language that I thought, we should probably clean this up while we're here. So that's why you'll see I struck out some of the language related to a particular subcommittee that we don't use. And yeah, added a little additional language about negotiation of agreements. So if you want to kind of take your time and read through everything and see if this captures both what you had intended at the last meeting as well as whether these additional edits make sense, then we'll know that that's what I should try and bring forward to the governance committee. Essentially, the major change I made was to take out the reference to that standing subcommittee and just leave you with the broad authority to create any subcommittees you might need. So that was my big contribution. But did I capture sort of the changes that you all were looking for from the last meeting, which is I thought we were talking, I added like the word physical transport methods, because I know that's what we had talked about. Trying to capture better. I'm not fixed on this, so if you've got better language, I'm happy to wordsmith.
It's wired. How is it?
I guess I'm wondering as far as
Yeah.
wire goes. I don't know, would people be confused wire versus fiber because fiber is actually glass? So physical, I may include physical.
I don't think it
cabling,
hurt if you
or-
want to add an extra word
I mean,
or two,
I
that's,
feel like I'm being like I have a tendency to OCD, so I'm okay to leave it. I don't know what you guys
So,
think.
so you're thinking wire, would you specify that coax and fiber?
Well, no, I'm thinking like be more broad and say,
Right.
physical cabling
Which,
or over the wire, because that way then, because you've got, wire could mean coax, but most of the, at this point, anything that's being installed now is fiber optic, which is really not wire.
right, so physical cabling or over-the-air delivery,
Yes.
which covers
Yeah,
coax and fiber, as well as what we talked about expanding for that cellular piece as well.
Critical path.
Satellite.
Not to mention, like with,
Okay.
yes, with,
Okay.
Yeah.
Physical cable.
it gets into the
Good old OSI.
All right, good. I will make that change. Any other changes? Good. All right, so I will then finalize this and I will send it to the governance committee and I will let you know whether they can fit it on their August agenda or whether it moves to their September meeting. So
So do we need an actual
you can have a motion to,
motion to accept these with the changes as
As
discussed
amended.
just now? All in favor?
Move to add, I don't know how this was, move to add an agenda item to discuss membership.
Sure, we can actually, let's see.
We can do that under other business.
and
It'll
fine,
cover
it
under-
would be just what it, self covered, you'll get them in other business.
Very
Yeah.
good, thank you.
That should be that.
I can give you an update on it.
Excellent, well, all right, so we're all good?
Yeah.
Move on to 4, all right,
Yep.
cell coverage.
So I have not drafted anything. Did I provide you, Jason, with the contacts?
No, that was gonna follow up with you. I had an email drafted. I looked today going, oh, I've got the meeting, I better check in my drafts. I have an email to you that I never pressed send on. asking
Okay.
For those.
All right, that's okay, because I've been busy and we'll get to that. So maybe you and I will try once more to connect between your draft and my list of,
That's right. I had
Contacts
an
for
action
the cell
provided
carriers.
draft and okay. My failure to do so was partly bound up in the membership question, which will become apparent later. So
would be right now.
All right, yeah, are we good?
I was just gonna say with, I was talking, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, so
I'm
we're
good.
good.
I have my
Good.
action.
Item 5.
We don't need a formal motion. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, yes, so other business, sorry.
So Lewis, great conversation. He said he was interested. He was gonna
He has
contact
filed his application,
Okay.
the mayor reviewed it this morning or this afternoon, and on Monday night's agenda will be for consideration, his appointment to the cable commission, so it takes 2 meetings of the city council, so consider, it gets on for consideration,
Okay,
and then they take the vote to appoint the new member at the second meeting, so that will be in September.
Mhm.
But I did let him know of the meeting today.
Mhm.
And he's certainly welcome to come to the meetings ahead of being appointed, but
gotcha.
it's a process.
As a member of the public, so during the closed sessions, he would.
If it is likely that he will be moving forward, we could probably have him sign a confidentiality agreement that would help
Yep,
bridge
and I'm
the time.
cool with that,
Yeah, I think
Might
we
as
have
well
to do
keep
that
him
for
on.
someone else.
but yeah, regardless, I think it'd be good to keep him in the loop, so we don't have to. do that.
I did invite him, but I did not think to remind him.
I had let him know what the
Okay.
date was too, so I was interested in having him, frankly, guys, I
Yeah.
don't know if you met with him or
I
talked to
have
him.
not.
Very energetic, very intelligent, manages IT for his wife's,
Dental business?
it's dental, but it's more than that, it's more like
Implant.
oral surgery and kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, on the younger side, which is, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that, early in his career, so he has a lot of energy, how about that, right? So, and lots of good perspectives on, he lives in the south part of town where, in particularly that area,
Yeah.
so he could give a lot of color, I
Yeah.
think, to the issues that we have. That would provide input, but I can go ahead and seek his input and still get that
Yeah.
draft of the letter inviting them to meet with us, so.
that'd be great.
Okay, cool.
He did say that there might be some meetings that he couldn't attend in person, but he might be able to do Zoom, and I said, that's fine, because we have a quorum in person, and that would be certainly
What's his last name?
Rodriguez,
Rodriguez. Yeah. So, he's on the agenda.
super interesting guy. I mean, just great.
Good.
So okay, any other business?
No.
Okay, so I guess at this point we move into item number 6, which is discussion. We'll close the meeting.
Yep, we need a formal motion.
Okay, we have a formal motion to move into
Move to closed session.
all good.
And,